momentum for Double D Darin Dinero over the past couple of months. Not just qualifying for Super Indy 15 by defeating one of the longest reigning tag champions ever, Dave Chris, but in addition, hanging toe-to-toe with Shelton Benjamin in Meadville, Pennsylvania.
And you can't forget the World Heavyweight Championship opportunity versus Jimmy Nuts at Proving Ground.
When you talk about championship caliber, you don't get much more decorated than the man we're about to see.
This man is the very first Super Indy Tournament winner and a former four-time IWC Super Indy champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the IWC legend, Super Hentai.
Well, David Kitch put it perfectly as far as the legacy. The Super Indy innovator, the howling aggression, the fury of Hentai has lived on since the very first Super Indy tournament in 2002 at the Monroeville Sports Center when Hentai pinned Christopher Daniels in the final round. Hentai, the only man to two-peat as Super Indy champion when he won the largest Super Indy tournament in history, talking about Super Indy 8. Some years later, I believe that was 2009, Hentai, one of only, I believe, two men to capture the Super Indy Championship 4 separate occasions. He's a former tag team champion on multiple occasions. There's not much Hentai has not done. And still, the conditioning, the shape he keeps himself in, the focus that he has. I mean, who can forget, Nick, back at the 15th anniversary celebration, Hentai diving off of our spotlight scaffold, driving it up to ringside, literally.
Probably broke some safety codes there, but it was an awesome experience for the fans and one that'll live for infamy on IWC Wrestling.
And I love to see the handshake. Hentai, sometimes he's been known as a little selfish through the years, but when he's not been selfish, he's been known as a great mentor and guiding light to so many young talents throughout the years.
Of course, one of the founding fathers here in IWC.
Certainly. When we talk about Hentai's success at Super Indy 1, just a year into IWC's existence, Hentai ranked one of the top 5 greatest IWC stars in history. Dinero the takedown.
You're dense. You're very dense. You lift weights, obviously. That kid was coming in hot.
Dinero came in hot, Nick.
He came in hot, yes.
Sometimes Dinero can rub people the wrong way because of his confidence. People mistake it for smugness or arrogance. But Dinero, he's been an athlete all of his life, and let's be honest, professionally speaking, he's a very good-looking guy. He's called a Tinder terrorist for a reason.
Well, we don't need to go into that.
Are you saying you would swipe left on him?
Not really familiar with Tinder, Joe. Swipe left, swipe right. I stay on the good old MySpace.
Okay, I'm sure that does really well for you. I'll get a
Still
link.
friends with Tom.
I'll get a link to your live journal after the show. Hentai with a go behind, standing side switch by Darin Dinero.
Oh, yeah. Squeeze his head hard, real good.
I heard they're squeezing his head real hard.
Darin has a great understanding of what he's doing as he's doing it. He's very verbal in that regard.
Telling the fans what he's doing. People watching at home, maybe we don't even need to announce this match. Let them go and narrate their own match.
I'll hit the food stand if they're okay with it. But no, I want to see this matchup because this, to me, is the biggest test in the Super Indy division for Darin Dinero. All respect to Dave Christ, who is predominantly a tag competitor, to Shelton Benjamin, who's 250 pounds and really doesn't exemplify the Super Indy style, and of course to Jimmy Nuts, who represented IWC tremendously as a heavyweight champion. Hentai embodies Super Indy, and these are the type of athletes Darin's going to face this June at Super Indy 15.
And as you mentioned, Super Indy 15 in June, we saw earlier Zachary Wentz advance into that tournament. Of course, we mentioned that Dinero has advanced as well as we enter into Headlock City.
And of course, all of you fans can check out Super Indy 15 this summer not just live at the Court Time Sports Center in June, but also on DVD and digital, courtesy of our friends at Sorgatron Media and IndyWrestling.us. Leapfrog, hip lock, puts the brakes on, does Dinero, who powers Hentai over. The thing with Hentai is, for his weight class, he's one of the strongest I've ever seen, but Dinero's got, what would you say, 30 or 40 pounds on him?
Here comes Hentai. The dive outside! Right into the guardrail.
Yeah, the suicide dive connects as Hentai goes high risk. Uses his body as a projectile. Hentai didn't like the fact he couldn't power Dinero over with that hip lock. He adjusted, used his body as an offensive weapon, and just like that, the veteran of some, what is it now, 17, 18 years in control. And again, this is the style, this is the heart, this is the passion. Dinero's going to have to defeat thrice, 3 times in a night, if he hopes to be Super Indy champion.
I like that thrice.
Hentai's done all that and then some. Wars with everybody from DJ Z to CM Punk. Nice elbow.
Dinero again. Lines him down. Dinero back up quickly.
Yeah, but Hentai's showing why he is still the measuring stick.
And he hangs on.
5 minutes gone by. 5 minutes gone by.
David Cage really pumped about the time call. As I'll tell you this, what I really like about this matchup is that Hentai and Dinero are wrestling this very much down the middle by the books. You have that mutual respect you normally see in Super Indy. No one's really taken a shortcut yet. It's really a true test of athleticism.
Now, still early in the match, though, Joe.
There you see that unmitigated power! Deep crotch and overhead with a throw.
Talk about the strength of Darin Dinero. Hard into the corner with the elbow. Hentai down.
Not many men can throw around Hentai, make it look easy as Dinero finds a near fall. Usually it's Hentai throwing people around, even if they're larger than him. I once saw Hentai body slam a man that weighed in excess of 350 pounds, but right now it's Dinero exerting his power.
Goes up the scoop. Hentai on his feet. Dinero. Snap suplex. And into the cover.
Now, Dinero did not hook a leg, and that's, I know it's sometimes an announcer cliche, but you want every advantage you can get when you're in the ring with a man with a win-loss record and the pedigree that Super Hentai has, the reputation, the aura that surrounds Super Hentai. I mean, if your name is in front of Super Hentai, a W by your name and L by his, that lives on forever throughout IWC lore.
And that's certainly what Dinero's trying to do. Head into that Super Indy tournament with that win.
The triple knees, but Dinero a step ahead. The palm strike. Hentai has an answer to Dinero's offense thus far. There's some of that Hentai power.
Into the slam, puts him back down for the cover. And Dinero kicks out at 2.
Many a time I've seen Hentai utilize that Davey Boy Smith running power slam on men much larger than him. Hentai can do it here. He may majorly be able to stunt some momentum to Darin Dinero. And if Darin is not successful tonight, you wonder, what will his frame of mind be? How will he adjust? Will he start to doubt himself leading into the biggest night of his career?
Especially after the win from Zachary Wentz earlier. That wouldn't look good on the part of Darin Dinero going in with a loss.
And especially with the momentum that Darin has built. You know, Darin didn't beat Shelton Benjamin. Well, wait a second. There's a cover. 2-0. But to hang with Shelton Benjamin that long, to that competitive of a degree, toe for toe, exchanging suplexes with somebody who was mentored by Kurt Angle in his younger years, a guy that trained with Brock Lesnar did Shelton Benjamin. For Darin Dinero to say, you know what, I wasn't the better man that night, but man, I gave it hell. That's a big accomplishment. Same, too, hanging in there with Hentai in a Super Indy style match.
Not the 4 you fans. You said you wanted wrestling, right? Yeah.
Hentai talking to the people.
Well, Hentai is very smart to ground Dinero and neutralize the power. Dinero's so well-conditioned, such a great natural athlete. You know, he's got wind to go for days. You shut that down, you start restricting the lung capacity, put some pressure on that carotid artery, dynamic could change a bit.
clothesline and a hard slam. Took a lot out of Dinero also.
Yeah, was it a desperation move for Dinero? What does Dinero have left?
Dinero can maybe roll into the cover here, see what happens.
Gotta wonder what effect that may have happened on Dinero's body. Notice he's wearing his knee pads very low on his body. The impact of that power slam could have affected his knees. Oh, forearm shot. Normally I'd say do not get into a slugfest with Hentai, but man, Dinero just has the power.
And the Insaguri. Dinero didn't go down. He's wobbly on his feet.
He's on his seat, but I don't think he's aware of it. Oh, now he is. Great adjustment.
That might have woken up Dinero a little bit.
Right side of the power slam. Oh! There's a cover. Got him. No.
Hentai kicks out after the hard clothesline from Dinero.
And you can tell that clothesline caught Hentai off guard. Hentai normally a move or two ahead, but he didn't see that one coming. Oh, look at the strength.
Strength into the German, and Dinero's going to go into the cover.
Just deadlifted him. Got two shades of former IWC champion Dalton Castle. And Dinero now maybe asking himself some questions.
Yeah, he's definitely beginning to be frustrated here with Hentai.
Many men have tried to...
10 minutes gone by, 10 minutes gone by.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Have a Senka. Power slam coming. Oh, look at this.
And a German of his own.
That was all power. Dinero instinctively to his feet. But man, Hentai, that's the advantage of Hentai's frame. He's able to slip up underneath. Here comes the Davey Boy Smith. Power slam coming up.
Here it comes. And he hits him with it.
Oh, Dinero about to go the way of the Warlord. This one's over. No.
Hentai can't believe it. Dinero got the shoulder up, and this match continues.
Now, Nick, if Hentai is victorious, do you think that gives him the right to maybe be in Super Indy 15?
Well, he'd have to talk to Justin Plummer about it, but a victory over our first entrant, yeah, you got to agree with him.
Hentai is home away from home is that top turnbuckle.
Dinero had it scouted with the boot.
Look at the faraway look in Dinero's eyes. He is going on instinct and not much else. And instincts take him
here
to the final payment. That's got to do it. I love you, Hentai, but there's no kicking out.
Dinero gets the victory and the momentum heading into Super Indy 15.
Darin Dinero on his road to Super Indy has beaten the man most synonymous with Super Indy. The man that built that brand and the man that brought it back from its demise, Super Hentai, gave Dinero everything he had. Here this evening, Darin Dinero beats the conscience, the personification of the Super Indy tournament. Is he ready, though, for the arduous night, the ultimate test of Super Indy 15's tournament, as neither man has left the ring yet? Do you see the respect? These men did not get off on the best foot, anything but, when Hentai came back to IWC. Darin has earned Hentai's respect, which is not easy. Not easy at all. But Hentai has proven he's still the measuring stick. You want to prove yourself? Hentai's the man to go through. But Darin Dinero, a whole field to go through at Super Indy 15.